1077 WFCS, New Britain, Hartford, The Edge at Emerging Echoes in Meriden, Connecticut. We are here with SAVII, the collective. And before we start, can you just introduce yourselves all individually?
I'm SAVII.
I go by Nuisance.
I'm Mary Fraud, but I go by Pancake.
I'm Davi. I also go by Money Cat.
And I'm Chris. I go by Leche Guy.
Thank you so much. So we are catching you right after your first performance, if I have this correct, your first performance and your first interview and your first album dropped today. What does that feel like? Can you just walk us through?
I honestly didn't think it would happen that fast, releasing any sort of like musical project that I've worked on. Honestly, this whole process has been really, really, really fast. Like we've only started practicing like 2 months ago, right? Yeah. Not even, maybe less than 2 months, and this was the result of it, like this show. And thankfully Brandon, like he extended his arms, so like yeah, why not take advantage of the opportunity, you know?
Absolutely. And I say this in the best way possible. I would have no idea it was 2 months because your stage presence was absolutely electric. It was unreal. There was moshing. I was not personally prepared for the moshing, but I loved it. And, you know, just as a spectator, it felt amazing just to be in the energy. What did it feel like to create that energy for everyone?
It felt really, I want to say, trying to find the right word. It felt like everything was coming full circle, kind of, because that energy I kind of have naturally with my friends whenever I hang out with them, or we go to the shows, or we just DJ in the basement, or hang out, have a few drinks. So that energy, just sharing that energy with other people is really rewarding, I think. Yeah, I just want people to feel what I felt like making the music and the sounds to like surround that.
I think we absolutely did. And one thing particularly that stuck out about your performance is I just feel like, and this sounds corny, so just stick with me for a second, we could feel the love and the friendship and the community through the music. It was so poignant. Can you maybe describe what is it like, you know, that collaborative process, you know, of having the friendship with these people and you can tell that you all love each other so much, and then making music and just creating together?
The collaboration really came naturally. I felt a lot of pressure to kind of do what I've always wanted to do, but like watching everyone around me kind of do their own thing too, which is super important. Like we're all individuals. The process was like, if you really want to run down like us, like being like, oh, let's hang out, them DJing, or Jeff like in his studio like just messing around with beats, and then me just like whipping out a guitar. A lot of it really was just on a whim, and I hate to like not like reduce it to that, because I think a lot of people put a lot of important work and like effort into like creating the things that they love, but it was really just effortless, I want to say. Does anybody else want to contribute to the collaborative process?
So, like, my favorite part about this project is that, like, I've known SAVII for a couple years now, and the first time I met SAVII, they were like, yeah, like, I've always dreamed about, like, creating music. I always dreamed about making music. And, like, they've had such, like, a crazy inspiration from Prince. We've had, like, similar tastes, like, from Crystal Castles to Bjork. And just, like, those past, like, few years, or those past several years, I've just seen like the progressiveness, and like I'm not afraid to pick up a guitar. I'm not afraid to just engage myself. And like I've been making music, or like all of us, you know, we've been making music for almost our whole lives. And it's like to see SAVII just start out and then just seizing opportunity. It's like I feel like I'm reliving my musical career again through them. And it's like when I first started playing bass, I wish I seized the opportunity when somebody said, hey, play in this band. Or like when I first started DJing, I wish like I seized the first opportunity when somebody said, hey, hop on my radio station, or you know what I mean? But like I was just afraid, and like SAVII made it like where I can take that chance again. And it's like Yeah, it's like the best feeling ever. And from the studio, they were just like, I want it to sound this way, and when we play this song, I want this to happen, and it's just like, yeah, they know what they want. Yeah, and so like that's really what they mean by like it comes full circle. Like, and I like it comes full circle.
Anybody else?
Yeah, it was it was all very natural making this album. A few of the songs, mainly the ones that I'm featured on, um, I produced with SAVII, whether it be in their bedroom or at a friend's house or just any other environment. And it just, like SAVII said, there's a lot of pressure that comes into when it comes to making something with people, because you don't want to, like, you don't want to do the wrong thing or think outside the box sometimes because you're afraid of judgment. But it doesn't feel like that. It never has. It's always been from a place of excitement and love for the craft of music, and its self-expression.
Hey guys, I don't really talk too much, but I just want to thank SAVII for helping me tap into that like creative experimental side of my producing, because like I come from a background of like more like hip hop, like lo-fi, and I recently started tapping into like more electronic-y stuff. But that's how we bonded, through like electronic music, when I met SAVII. And we linked up one day and literally stayed up till like 5 a.m, like just making fragments. Literally like a Jersey club track with like it's like electronic influences, like super ravey. But yeah, like I'm very grateful to have met someone that just we can like vibe, like just creating music and tapping into new genres, new everything. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Leche. What you gotta say? Hit him with the knowledge.
So I wasn't part of the producing process. I kind of joined or met SAVII, I think December of last year at an open mic. Yeah. And they come up to me because I shared my music, and then they're like, "Oh, like your stuff is so good," and I love how you feel about the music. And we met up at their house, and we just jammed and shared music, and they showed me the project, and I really love just how free the music felt, genreless and extremely fluid in a way that I feel like if there was a phrase that encapsulated the project, I felt like it'd be like outside the box, because it was in a realm of thought that I never really fathomed for myself, and I think nobody really else could really fathom until they hear it and they're like, "Oh shit, this is something like I don't think anyone's ever thought about before," and I mean that in the best way. And yeah, I'm so grateful for like the nonstop energy that SAVII brings to the table. I think they're just so chill that it's like you can't help but be chill as well. And I really love, like Mary said, or like Mary and Davi said, like making music with them, and the community that SAVII like built around themselves is like so beautiful. And they introduced me to this wonderful group of people, and like so many other people that are all, in this life here to make music and art and all sorts of things beautifully and creatively, and with the community in mind. So like I want to thank you, and thank you for letting me be a part of this project. And yeah, y'all are dope ass people.
You guys, that's beautiful. Oh my God.
Yo, when this shit drops, I mean, everybody's go fucking crazy. Let's go.
So I think you described it best, that the music is genreless. And, I know you were talking a bit about on stage about how, for one track you're sampling Bjork, and then for another you're inspired by a flat tire on your way to the studio, right? So, for listeners who are just listening to the album for the first time, do you have maybe like a go-to track that would you say this song is really what SAVII is? SAVII, and then also SAVII, the collective that we've talked about before.
You're probably not gonna like my answer because the album is so versatile. Like, I feel like you can't play one of the songs or the tracks without wanting to hear more. Not to be like narcissistic or conceited, but like I feel like each song individually is so different from the other that that's really hard for me to answer, because like I don't want to just pick one song to be like, oh, this is what encompasses Fragments, because Fragments, the idea behind it was that I wanted to take bits and pieces of different feelings or times in my life, and that also includes like what the music sounds like. So as far as like genre wise, I could argue that there's bits and pieces of every little thing, but I mean, I could be really, really go easy and say the self-titled track, Fragments. But how about we all say one? Yeah. I say Fragments because I love Davi so much, and that's my homage to Davi.
Me? I think this is so hard because like they're all so good, but I say I love Unfinished Hook's definitely one of my favorite ones. That's definitely like top tier for me. Just like it's just like such a vibe. Like it gives like sunny day vibes. You're just cruising along, like I don't know, like the beach or something. I love that song. So
I mean, I think I agree with SAVII. I think I don't want to box things in. It is what it is, and you should take it for what it is. I mean, it is an album. There's no singles. But Glacier Head.
Mine's definitely No Groove, because No Groove.
Okay, no.
Yeah, No Groove. No sound, no groove. But yeah, it's like I love it because I love the commute, and just the chord progressions, and really I just love being on the train on a rainy day, and then just watching the buildings pass by on my way to work, or just driving through a town. It is. It's really nice. I love a good travel song.
The prompt is picking our favorite song out of the album, right? Yeah. Okay, sorry. I was just.
The one that kind of describes, encompasses the album the best.
Encompasses the album the best. Goddamn. I would say if it's encompassing the album, it's definitely Fragments, because that's what the album is like. It's so many different bits and pieces smashed together. Yeah, but if I might choose my favorite, it's fucking Demos and Unfinished Hooks, just because mainly just because playing it is so fun, because I love the chords. The chords that aren't actually in the studio version. And the chords I play in the live version only. So it's it's what I added when we all got together, and I was like, well, there's not really keys in this song, so let me just add keys. And also just really love I always want to go on a drive whenever I listen to that song. And I really love songs that make me feel like I can listen to while traveling, like Dobby was saying, but specifically I just drive so much that any song that makes me want to bop while I'm driving is always top tier. And it's that and Flat Tire. I just love the sample, And then, huh? Oh yeah.
When I first played Flat Tire for Chris, like he cried. Like he cried in my room, like, and I was just like, yo, this is my first time hanging out with you, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that, but like that's when I knew. I was like, yo, I fuck with this guy, like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, he understands, and what better way to show that.
The reason I cried is because I'm huge on just like friendships and community. I think to me they're like the number one thing I always seek and I appreciate and cherish. And the backstory to that song, and the fact that it's like something so traumatic happens, and then the person you're with, like, rather than breaking down and like, you know, falling into despair, they lift themselves and you up by writing a song while you guys wait for your other friend to come to the rescue. It's like, that's so beautiful, and like I feel like the song does that feeling so much justice, of just like, you know, like, yeah, I'm in a really hard spot at the moment, but I can rely on my crew and my friends to be there for me, to not only like help me pick myself up, but also just like make everything okay and good and like feel great. Yeah.
I think the coolest part about Flat Tire is just the way it was made. Every song and everything and every person is made by like mere chance, but the chances a song like Flat Tire could occur is insane in the way that it did, because SAVII got the flat tire. I wrote the lyrics while we were parked and broken down in the breakdown lane, and then he's the one that came and changed it, and then we went back to his house and recorded Flat Tire. So it worked perfectly. It worked it's on Valentine's Day. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
To what Leche said about Flat Tire, the reason why I love Flat Tire is because it's just like so real. It's so raw. Like, things break down, and like you never plan on when that's gonna happen, and it's like you might feel like you're on your own, and not everybody has the chance to reach out to a community. Like, honestly, like it's by like divinity that SAVII just so happened to have Mary with them. Bro was eating pizza behind the camera. We're all hungry. Like, let me get a bite.
Just for the record, SAVII kept getting flat tires after that song was made, like three more times. Sorry, I'm like choking you.
I think it was a bad omen making that fucking song. Like, when they say that like you speak things into existence, I think me, by making that fucking song, granted me flat tires for the rest of my life.
Okay, so if we've taken anything from this interview, unless you can write a song about it, don't get a flat tire. If you don't have friends to pick you up, don't get a flat tire. But if you can help it, no. But, you know, listening to all of this makes me want to drive to United Rhythms in Meriden, Connecticut, to the next Emerging Echoes. And, you know, on the radio, I did, and on the way, I'll listen to 107.7 WFCS New Britain Hartford The Edge, where I'll hear Fragments. And that'll be the vibe of the summer, I think. Just one final question. How do we show you love? How do we support you? Obviously, we know you have the album on Bandcamp. It's coming to streaming platforms soon. Do we have any other upcoming songs or shows? Maybe plug your socials.
Me and Jeff started working on the next album. But
We're not. Yeah.
I do have some shows lined up. People have been reaching out. I kind of wanted to see how this first show would go and get a feel for it. I think it was a perfect event to like break into. But yeah, just follow me on Instagram. We post flyers all the time, so you know, you never know what could happen. Email me. I got my email on my Instagram. But yeah. I don't know.
Yes, plug yourself so much.
My Instagram is _. So my name is, they call me Savi, but my government name is Savina. So _SAVINAA.
Again, I go by Nuisance. Those are like pretty much all my socials. I spelled NUSNCE. I'm a DJ and producer from New Haven, Connecticut. Yeah, if you love music, you know where to find it.
Yeah, I'm Mary Fraud. And my Instagram is @MaryFraudulent, like a fraudulent claim.
I'm Money Cat with 2 Y's and 2 T's. I'm a DJ. Support me and Jeff with Nuisance. We go back to back on and on radio. We're in New Haven a lot, so look out for those shows. Shout out Connecticut too. You're probably gonna have to censor that, but yeah.
Shout out Arca. Shout out Sego Bodega. Shout out Antonio at Viber. DJ Link. Sorry, I didn't mean to plug in all this shit.
No, we hate it.
I'm so sorry.
All good.
We got you. Okay.
I'm Leche Guy on IG. You can just follow me at leche.guy. And then, yeah, I am my own musician, so I got an EP coming out very soon. And, yeah, it's going to be dope. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. G. Absolute G. Hell yeah.
Thank you guys so much for doing your first interview with me. I doubt it'll be the last. I know you guys are going to amazing places, and I can't wait to follow you. Again, this is SAVII the Collective. My name is Taylor, and you are listening to and watching, obviously, if this is on video, 107.7 New. It's very late at night. 107.7 New Britain, Hartford, The Edge. Thank you so much.
Yeah!